Hello friends, I'm Dr. Sonica Krishan, and today let me talk to you about the Prakriti or the basic constitution of an individual. So these are the basic dosha types. We are either Vata type or we are Pitta type or Kapha type. The Prakriti is basically the characteristics which are ideal for a person. These are person specific or this is actually the balanced and the healthy condition of an individual at the time when there is no disease. So let me share with you about the three characteristics: the Vata type, the Pitta type and the Kapha type. Now first of all, let us talk about the Vata Dosha type. Are you a Vata type of a person? Because Vata type, if you are, Vata Dosha comprises of mainly the sky and the air body basic elements that make up the Vata Dosha or the air body humor. Now the characteristics I just want to tell you, if you are a Vata type of a person, body wise you can be mostly you could be either very tall or short, and you can be having a somehow a blackish complexion, and your skin is dry. Generally the Vata types are having early baldness, and there is leanness. They could be very skinny, and the voice is hoarse, and also they are naturally very talkative person. So, and also the mind characteristics. I just told you about the body characteristics of a Vata type of a person. Now the mind characteristics, Vata dosha is a very erratic dosha. So the Vata types, they cannot actually stick to their decisions. They change their decisions very soon. They grasp very fast, but at the same time they forget very soon. Vata individuals jump to conclusions, and they have naturally they have a tendency to walk very fast and to eat very quickly, and also they do not stick to the decisions I told you, because they cannot be a stable types. And the positive trait of a Vata person is basically a Vata can be a very creative and action oriented individual. Now why the Vata dosha is so? Yes friends, now why the Vata types are so? Because the natural manifestation of the Vata dosha, the natural properties of Vata dosha. Vata is Laghu. This is mentioned in Ayurveda text. Vata is Laghu. Laghu means light. So generally the Vata types would be light boned. They can be skinny. And another property of Vata dosha, Vata is Ruksh. Ruksh is dryness is there. So the skin is dry, the mouth cavity can be very dry. Sheath is another property of Vata guna, Vata dosha. Sheath means coldness is there. So the blood circulation in the body, that is not very good in Vata types, and also they are very averse from the cold. They cannot bear cold climates. Darun is another guna Vata types. Darun means mobile. So Vata individuals tend to remain on the go. They cannot be stable very easily. And another property of Vata dosha is Khara. Khara means rough. So there is roughness in the skin, and even the hair also, they are rough and brittle. And another property for the Vata types, because Vata is Vishad. Vishad means transparency is there. So a Vata individual would be a thinker. So these are the natural manifestations of a Vata type of individual. Yes friends, now talking about the Pitta Dosha type, the Pitta Prakriti. Pitta Dosha, basically this kind of a dosha is, it is found from the fire body humor. So these types of people, they have a good metabolism. This is the basic personality they have, the balanced and the healthy state without any disease. If you're a Pitta type of a person, you could be having the body traits would be, you could be having a medium this height weight proportion. Your frame and as well as your height could be on the medium frame, and then the color of the skin could be towards yellow. Yellowish tinge is there, and there is lot of profuse sweating could be there, and there is a trait of having premature graying of hair in the Pitta types, and but they have very well developed muscles, and the body parts they would have stability. the stamina is good, and the skin is generally oily, and it is a very clear and smooth skin Pitta type would have. Now if we talk about the mind characteristics, so mentally this person, the Pitta type, they are very intelligent naturally, and at the same time they could be angry, they get irritated very soon, so they can be very judgmental and critics they are, but I told you they can be very angry very fast, but at the same time very soon they can just calm down very soon. And the positive trait of the Pitta Dosha type is that this person, the Pitta type, is courageous. He's a heroic kind of person. He has a good memory, and also he is generally a balanced kind of person. Now, I just told you about the body and mind characteristics of a Pitta type. Yes, friends, now why a Pitta Dosha type would have these kind of properties, these characteristics? Because I just told you about the mind and body characteristics a Pitta Dosha would be having. So the Pitta type is naturally Ushan. That is what is conveyed in the Ayurveda text. Ushan means hot. So the body temperature is on the higher side. Also, even mentally, the person gets angry very soon. These are generally manifested by the Pitta Dosha. That is the Pitta type would be having. And the second one is Tikshan. Tikshan means sharp. So this person has a sharp intellect. He's a very intelligent kind of a person. Third, another guna or another property of the Pitta Dosha is Drav. Drav means fluid. So the acid formation is more in the Pitta types. The fourth guna is Snigdh. Snigdh means little oily. That is why the skin texture of the person is more smooth and a little oily it is. So friends, I just told you about the Pitta type. Now let me come over with the Kapha type. Yes, friends. Now let us talk about the Kapha types. Are you Kapha type of individual? Because the Kapha Dosha is basically, it has the manifestation of the water and earth elements, the natural elements. They are present in the Kapha Dosha. They make up the Kapha Dosha. Now, if you are a Kapha type, the body characteristics you could be having. The Kapha types have a large body frame. They can gain weight very easily, and actually they can be fatty individuals. Now the skin texture is very smooth. It can be oily skin, and the skin and hair they are actually very nicely glowing, and their oily texture is there. But the Kapha types, they are strong, and they have a whitish skin tinge, and a rosy complexion is there, and the body parts, they are very stable, and you can see that the Kapha types, they are having a healthy body basically, and the fullness is there, and the oily and smooth skin I just told you. Now if we think about the mind characteristics, so we can understand that the Kapha types are very intelligent people. They have a stable character basically. They have a lot of patience and calmness is there. They are naturally slow and steady kind of person, and also they tend to stick to their decisions. They take time to make a decision, but when they make a decision, they stick to the decision very nicely. They are less talkative people. Slow and steady is their basic characteristics. And the positive trait, if we can think of, the Kapha person would be naturally thankful kind. He's a truthful person, he's pious, he's happy-go-lucky types. And now let me tell you that how a Kapha type of person would be having these kind of characteristics. Kapha Dosha has the basic characteristics. Kapha is Guru. Guru means heavy. So the Kapha types would be having a heavy weight, body frame is heavy. And then it is Sthir. Sthir means stable. So they have a stable character. They have a slow and steady kind of a people. And then Snigdh is another good. Snigdh means oily. So Kapha, the skin would be oily, and the voice tone is also little oily. And then the Pichal. Pichal means gelatinous. So these Kapha people, they have lot of mucus formation naturally. And then another gun is, another of the properties of Kapha Dosha is, Kapha is sthir. Sthir means stable. So these are just, they are naturally stable kind of individuals. And then sheath is another gun. Sheath is the characteristic of being cold. So their skin is also remains cold, and also they don't find the cold climates very favorable for them. And Shilaksham is another property. Shilaksham means smooth. So their skin texture is very smooth, very oily, and very nice, and supple is their skin is. And one more, Sthul is another Kapha characteristic. Sthul means coarse. So the body and their thoughts, they can be very nice, coarse, and stable. So these are the characteristics of the Kapha Dosha. So they manifest naturally in the Kapha type of individual. So thank you, friends. It's always nice talking to you. I hope you liked the video. I try to explain about the Prakriti, the basic characteristics a person would be having in the most healthy and balanced condition, because these are person specific characteristics, and these are ideal for the Vata types, the Pitta types, and the Kapha types. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. My email ID is sonicakrishan@gmail.com, and my website is sonicakrishan, www.drsonicakrishan.com. Thank you, friends.